Welcome back to H1Z1, the quest for more scrap metal, um, which is not going so well. I've had to make arrows twice and rest. A lot of the zombies I'd killed disappeared. There's probably about 10 right here, and I was just trying to cut down a tree. They just would not stop attacking me. Um, and I still have not managed to find any scrap metal, and my bow is about to break, so that's always fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and just craft a bow. Just to replace this other one that's about to poop out on me. I think this was the one I just made. Yeah, that was the one I just made. Cool beans. So yeah, I have to make more arrows yet again. I really can't stress enough how important it is to make a bow in this game. Just the ability to resupply anytime you want. You just have to find a tree. That is just so critical in this game. It was probably a really bad idea to run into this town, so I wouldn't recommend that. But you know, it is what it is. We're already here. Let's stick with it.
Okay.
I will either die or find scrap metal, one of the two. The arrows do take up a little bit of bulk, like for, what's that, 19 of them? I got 95 bulk. So you can't, you know, have a whole bunch of them, but that's enough to do what we need to do. We still haven't found any quality water, which is really bad. So we have to resort to berry picking. If I can get some. It would appear that somebody was nice enough to build a foundation right where all the damn berry bushes are. So I can't interact with them. This foundation is what you have to... I finally remembered what the item was called. You have to make what's called a tamper. And you build up a little dirt platform that you can build your wall and everything else on. So that's what that is. Oh, great. The combat in this game is a little chunky. Unfortunately, it is running at 30 FPS right now, which is pretty bad for games nowadays. But it is alpha, so you know that's not the end of the world. I think most games they want to run about 50 or 60, and this is at half that. So you can notice how chunky it is when you're playing it. I really want some scrap metal, but I don't know. Maybe I should just leave this place. It's bad. Close the doors behind you. Always a good idea. Let's see what we got here. Got another wood axe and some more ammo. Oh, now we managed to find a little stash of it. I probably got about 8 rounds right now, which may or may not sound like a lot, depending on who you ask. Me personally, it's not a lot. I would like to see myself have at least 20 to encourage me to carry around a pistol. But you know, it doesn't really matter how many I have. I could have 1,000,000 right now, and it wouldn't do me any good because I don't have a gun. The only gun we've found since we've been playing this, which was, I don't know, what, an hour ago or something like that, 2 hours ago, was a shotgun. And that was a bit ago. Let's see what we got in the police station. Alright, we don't need that, so let's shred it. As far as items that you should focus on, just in my opinion, like I said earlier, but just to recap, I personally would go ahead and I wonder if I can get scrap metal out of this. I personally would focus on getting a new bag as quickly as possible. That really is so handy. Like you can see, it's really is not a lot of space that we're working with here. And you can split up the individual items if you want, which I would highly recommend. I'm going to move some of this metal around so oh, somehow I got scrap metal. Sweet. Let's see what this metal sheet will give us too. We'll probably go ahead and do discovery on this. Maybe I can get started on a base. Pipe. No. Whenever you get something new, just dump it and whatever else you got. It'll have the items that you can add to it. It won't be grayed out, you know, obviously. So, whenever you get something new, just dump stuff in there. You never know, you might have an item or some sort of recipe that you didn't know before just hanging out. One thing that'd be really nice to find would be a tarp. Hey, this game's reading my mind here. Alright. We're cooking with gas, man. I think we'll be able to wrap this session up. Oops. Full up. Okay. We don't need that. So. Alright. Let's run to this police station really fast. Oh, we got a few buddies. They're gonna have something to say about me building a base. Like I said, it's really chunky, but it's fun. And you know, that's why we play games, right? As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters. I really enjoy this game. It's got a lot to go. Like, they have a lot of work to do on it still. But what I've played so far, I really like it. And hopefully, you looking at it, you see something intriguing about it, and you decide to check it out. If any of you feel like ever having someone to play with, by the way, my Steam name is tsunamidreams, so feel free to look me up on there. I play around on this. I might someday go on PvP, but I'm still messing around on PvE until I learn about it. I just really don't feel like dealing with players at this particular juncture in my life. They're only going to make things more complicated. We have ran into about 2 of them I saw running around the distance. We are on a low pop server, which is fine. I'm assuming if you went on one of the higher ones, there'd be even more forts and even more people. But if you just want to play around and have some fun, a low pop PvE is a really good place to learn how to play this game. I'm not even sure what's in here. I don't know if this is some sort of armory. This is all new to me. The only place I've ever run around in before this was I was running around out in the countryside, you know, so you just have like the occasional house out there or whatever have you. It appears someone's already hit this place, so we ain't gonna probably find nothing here. We'll have to come back later. That's probably why I'll build a base nearby here, though. I probably won't get into the, hey, let's build a giant fort, but I definitely say let's go ahead and build a shack and just call this our base of operations for now. Just have a shed and a, probably just a dew collector, if I had to guess. But yeah, check the trucks for scrap metal, tarps, just all that stuff. You'll eventually find everything you need. It can be a little challenging. You have to compete with other people. But then it'll just be a single player experience, and that may or may not be fun. Sometimes it gets boring to play it on there. It'd be a lot more entertaining if you had a group. Specifically a group of people that you could trust to play this with. You feel like teaming up with some people you meet randomly, you go right ahead. Your results might vary. Oh, we're going to be set on 45 whenever I find a 45. Don't know when that's going to be. But hey, you know, we got a little bit. Alright, so there's nothing in here. Got 11 rounds of 45. That's not too bad. I was going to build a base, but I got distracted by all these dumpsters. You never know when you'll find something neat in those. See, we're running a little low on stuff, and we got zombies trying to kill us, which is always fun. Hopefully this gives me some hydration. Yeah, 5 points. That's not bad. They have changed how fast your resources, and by resources I mean your hydration, stamina, energy, health. They've changed how fast that goes down. It's gotten a lot better, but it's still something that you have to keep an eye on. And I hear zombies shuffling towards me, so I don't know where they're at, but they sound like they're getting nearby. And I got a fire alarm coming off my house. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Let me try and mute this really quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, hopefully the house doesn't burn down in the time I finish this video. I think the battery's just wonky in that one. And I didn't die while I was gone. That's always lovely. Okay, let's go run out in the countryside. I'll show you how to do a base, and then I think I'm going to call it a day on this video. If I feel like I've noticed anything interesting or the game shapes up or whatever, I'll make another one. Let's see. See, look, there's another guy. He's running around. Looks like he's got some guns and stuff, so he would probably cause us trouble if we were playing on a PvP server. Well, actually, this whole area would be nothing but trouble. It's nothing but trouble on PvE. The amount of zombies in this is just astounding. I personally wouldn't have gone here and so brazenly built my base, but hey, whatever floats your boat, right? I don't even know where we're gonna put this base. So we're gonna try and just run away and find a place that's safer than this. I'm gonna check this guy's dew collector on the way out of town. That's basically the setup we're gonna have, though. Just while you're first going for it. I mean, yeah, you can build those forts and stuff, certainly, but they take a lot of resources. They need a lot of resources to build. It's much better to just operate out of a shack until you really have gotten the hang of things and you really have an area you want to stay in. I would eventually like to relocate to somewhere a lot quieter than this. And there's a naked dude. Hey, what's up, man? He doesn't give no fuck. Probably going to just build this out in the woods out here where it's a little quieter. Maybe down by is this water down here? No. As this is the water. I'm not sure if you can just drink right out of the river. I don't know why you shouldn't be able to. I don't even know if you can use a bottle to collect river water. Hopefully they'll add that. Oh, you can. So, note to self, whenever you see a river, just go there and grab some water. I would like to keep a couple bottles on there if I were you at all times. They do come in handy. Let's see, well, you fill them up and you could save that for later. And this is an instance where you need that lighter and the campfire. So let's we'll stay a little bit close to this river, I suppose. And as you can see, this area's been deforested a little bit. But like the resources in the cars and stuff, the trees do come back eventually. So you will never run out of stuff. I would like to stay a little bit farther away from people if possible. And there's also a built-in mechanic where you can't stack up stuff. You have to be a certain distance away from people to build your, what you call it, oh, we couldn't use that furnace. Oh well, that's life though. The reason everyone's built in this area, obviously, other than the insane amount of zombie presence, so you'll never be bored, is there's a river and some trees, and, you know, there's a good little bit of everything. I see a little stand of trees. We'll probably put our shack here. It'll be right next to the river, next to some berries. So we'll go ahead and we'll do a shack. That zombie totally forgot about me. He's more interested in that deer, getting a nice piece of deer meat. Okay, what do we have? We have metal bracket. I believe it's metal bracket, nails, and a plank. Let me cut down a tree really quick and we'll double check that. And also, it'd be a good time to learn how to make the campfire to purify that water, just so we have more thirst stored. Oh, I about found out if a tree can kill you falling on you. So let's see, we got this. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of the sheeting for now, I think. Oh man, there's just like, even with that, you need to build a frame backpack as quick as you can. Even with that satchel, I still do not have a lot of space on this character. Not sure what this makes. Nothing, apparently. Wow, that's cool. Now my dogs are going crazy. There's all sorts of noise in this. Go away, dogs. They're quite rude. I'm gonna figure out these recipes really quick, and then I will start recording again when my dogs are quiet.